Going for a walk. We can walk over here, Greta. I have families watching. I'm dog sitting for a week. I can see. There she is. Greta. Greta. There, see? That's Greta. I could talk a little story about her. So, her original owner had her for 4 years, and he ended up having cancer and having really bad health issues. So he asked a family member of mine if they could take Greta in. So Greta, I think she's around like 6 or 7 right now. So yeah, she go, so very, very good. But I wanted to come on here and talk about some ghost stories. Right? So I also have sleep paralysis as well. Just to let you guys know. Sorry, I'm smiling because they're looking through the window. So, alright, fun little stories. When I was little, at my grandfather's house, it was myself and my cousins. Well, I have a lot of cousins. Oh, sorry. It was myself and my cousins at my grandfather's house. And we were sitting down in the basement, and we were just playing some games, like board games. And while we're sitting there, a book flies past us. We have no idea where this book came from. We just sat there like, oh, okay. And this house also, when you sleep, you would hear footsteps. So we're like, what's that? Like we would hear. I recorded once. My grandfather once was like, why were you up, walking around? Like, no, we're not going there. And I'm like, I wasn't walking around, but I did record that. So I'm focusing on her, and plus, yesterday we had a snapping turtle. So I'm like, I'm sure the snapping turtle's back at the creek, but yep. But also my grandfather's house. Let's talk about. So they would have this log at this what? We would have this log at the fireplace, and it would roll every morning. It would roll in the living room, the kitchen, and then on top of the stairs. And that's where it would stop for some reason. It was weird. Let's see. But it was really, I'm talking about this outside because I'm like, I don't want to talk about it inside. So, again, I have sleep paralysis. So, 2 weeks ago, this happened to me, which I'm like, was it sleep paralysis? I'm not sure. So, I was laying down. I couldn't move, and I think it was sleep paralysis, but it was weird. It felt like my left ear was being kissed. It happened twice. I woke up, and I was like, and then when I was able to move, it was my left ear was being kissed again. It was weird. It was just weird. And I just prayed, and it went away. But I mean, when I was little, I swear I was being choked. Something touched me when I was asleep, like I was up. Oh, I'll talk about this one. So this happened this year. I was up. I was moving around. I was not sleeping. And I heard somebody call my name. Mind you, both my parents were not home. And I'm just like, I even answered it. And I was like, and there was no call. Like, no one was there. Like, somebody called my name. And I heard it again. And no one was home. I was by myself. It was really creepy. I like to talk about when I was real little. So I actually called 911 when I was real little because so my father got in trouble for leaving me alone when I was little. I was like 7. He went up the store, like a minute ride up, and so I swear, like, I was like, you know how someone, you feel like someone's watching you? I was in my bed, like sitting in my bed. I forget what I was doing. And I had looked up and there was this man peeking over at my doorway. And he went away. So I went out, could not find him, and then realized my father's not home. So I immediately called the police. I got in trouble about it, but I'm like, I swear, I tell you, like, you know, he was there. Years later, I find out the guy, it was a husband and wife who built where I live, built this house, and the guy actually died inside the house, old man. So that was the only time I seen him when I was little. Never seen him again. Trying to think what else. I had 2 of my friends spend the night. They won't ever spend the night at my house again. Something was thrown. I can't remember what was thrown. There was something that we were talking and something was thrown, like, between us all. It kind of reminded me of, like, my grandfather's house where a book was thrown. I can't remember what it was thrown, but, yeah. They freaked out, and I just went like, huh? And then the lights started flickering. And yeah, they won't come back to my house. But yeah, there's I mean, ever since I've been reading the Bible, like parts of the pages, like every time I read the Bible at night before I go to bed, nothing happens. So yeah, I already read the Bible a couple years ago, the full Bible. So I just wanted to do that. But yeah, watching the dog. It's getting, yeah, we're supposed to get a storm. There's already tornado already touched down in Clarion, PA. It's way from me. It's not. And then one touched down in Erie, PA. I'm not near that, so. But we're supposed to be possibly getting some hail. So yeah, there's the clouds. You having fun, Greta? But yeah, that's my little ghost stories. But a lot of times I do hear my voice, like, not my voice, someone calling my name. You want to go back inside? You want to go back inside? No? We can walk around more. That's fine. Greta, don't go in that hole. You might have snakes there. Yeah? There. But yeah. But it creeps me out because, like, it sounded like my parents calling my name and it wasn't. But again, I have sleep paralysis. So sometimes with my sleep paralysis, like, there was once, I swear, nope, Greta, we're not going right there. So I was like sleeping. I woke up and I like, no, I think there's a squirrel. I woke up and it was like I was levitating on like above my bed, and when I woke up I slammed into the bed. It was really weird. I was like, was that just me imagining my sleep paralysis? I don't know. So when I say sleep paralysis, I see things. I do. I really do. That's why I probably sleep with my covers over my head, because I'm like, I don't want to see that kind of stuff. But I'll see like spiders or snakes coming out of the walls. Sometimes when there's spiders, I have to get up sometimes and make sure they weren't real spiders, because I'm like, is that real spider or what? All right. Oh, there's a I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of animal that is. It might be a mountain lion. I don't know what that is. Okay, this one. I really don't know what that animal is. Because it does not look like a deer. Come on, Carter. Back inside. Inside. Go back inside. Inside. Alright, see you guys.